I'm so glad that you could make it. You ain't even had to call. Whether you two-step with the best of them or cop shots at the bar, or whether you came here just to twerk and clap it up for your favorite part. No make us no fucking difference. Just don't stand there on that wall. Little mama get up, little mama get up. We don't give a damn if it's liquor in your cup. Big pimpin' get up, big pimpin' get up. Yeah, it's finna get lit. Just finish twisting up. Go ahead, get up. Go ahead, get up. And it's okay to bob your head and get your feet all stuck. Yeah, fam, get up. Yeah, fam, get up. Yeah, fam, get up. Yeah, fam, get up. 'Cause we don't give a damn, get up.
Yeah. Hey, man, welcome back to the ShellTalk podcast show.
Yeah. Hey. We back. And I'm telling you, I love this music.
Yeah. No,
it just kind of resets my whole mental, man. Kind of gets me where I need to go at.
You get you ready for the rest of the week.
Yeah, man. Already, man. How y'all doing? I'm your man QZ, ball buddy for the Berg with the beer. You know what I'm saying? I got a couple of kings in the building with me, man. As always, I got my king to the left, man. What's your name, my boy?
Hey, man, it's your boy Felt Zeig, a.k.a. King Zeig.
All right, big bro. And then we got a special guest in the building, man. I got another king over here, man. We actually look a little bit alike. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I've been told. You know what I'm saying?
We look a little bit alike.
Yeah, I mean, I've heard this from time to time, man. But we're gonna make sure we get you a chance to formally introduce yourself. What's your name, bro?
Hey, man, it's Belford, man. Y'all know me as Bell. It's the original Zeigler boy.
Yeah, man.
He's actually big little brother.
Which is a crazy thing. All three. Yeah, I'm the oldest. I'm not quite sure how that happened.
Yeah, man. But we definitely in the building one more again, man. And it's Father's Day, man. So my appreciation to you, Kings, man. Happy Father's Day to y'all boys, man. Word, glad for y'all to be here, man. I took a lot of pages out of y'all guys' book, man, and so it's good to actually be here and be in the building, man, and be able to celebrate it with you fellas, man.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
That's a good thing, man. I wish we could have had other siblings over here, but maybe next time.
That's all right. Maybe next time, man. Yeah. We'll see how it goes. You know what I'm saying? Like, but so I now that we're here, I wanted to at least kind of get a feeling in the sense that we do every week, man. I want to get a temperature check, man. See how you guys are feeling. See what your mental health is like. Would it be in Father's Day or not? You know what I'm saying? Like, what are you feeling like going into the week, man? How's your mental health feeling, man?
Man, I feel good, but I'm tired.
Yeah?
I'm excited about a few things. Again, like I said, I'm excited about a few chapters in my book. I'm excited about the move. I'm excited about where things are taking.
Yeah.
Now, you know what I'm saying? But tired.
Yeah. Okay. Good deal. I can dig it. Well, tired sometimes is good. That means there's definitely been work done more times than not. So that's a good thing. Definitely hope you get rested and get better. How about yourself, bro? How you feeling, man?
Man, I feel good, man.
Yeah?
I for more than anything else, man, I got a chance to come down, see y'all, see everybody else. So, I'm tired, but at the end of the day, man, I got a chance to come down and stay with the whole family. So that's always a good sign on both sides of it. So
good deal,
I'm encouraged for the week.
Good deal, man. Nostalgia will do that sometimes, man. It'll definitely kind of clean the palate. You know what I'm saying? Like kind of set things, calibrate things, put you back to zero, man. Kind of get you leveled off, man. So I can only imagine.
And it's good, for our family. We ground everybody, we ground everybody.
Right,
when you come in this family,
that's a fact.
That's
a fact.
It makes sure you realize you never too high. This family definitely that.
My gut check you quick, man. That's definitely a fact, man.
That's what we do.
Word. Well, so the thing is, like I said, as today's Father's Day, by the time you guys see this, man, it probably will be after the fact. But in spirits of Father's Day, I wanted to kind of get some perspective from you guys.
Yeah.
On some of the highs and lows of fatherhood, right? Mm-hmm. So, like, what are some of the most keen memories you have on the high end when things tended to be pretty positive, or you got a positive influence from it?
Yeah.
And then the opposite of that. What are some of the things that you've experienced that's been some of the low points? Not necessarily negative, but low points in your fatherhood experiences, man. Let's kind of dig into that a little bit.
Okay. I'm gonna hit a low point first.
Okay.
as far as being a father, and I can only speak for when I was at my lowest, because I never really had a low spot of being a dad.
Okay.
Because now there's been some challenging things, some things that, of course, like I said, me and you have had conversations about as far as being a father, you know what I'm saying, that just you wouldn't expect your kid to come to you with, but they came to you, you know what I'm saying, and you had to, for the first time in my life, I really implemented what you said about before you respond, sit back, take about 5 to 10 seconds and breathe and think about what you're about to say.
Yeah, sure.
You know what I'm saying? Because with my baby, I'm going to always take time to think about it. Now, if you just ordinary person out in the street, hey, you going to get it how it come, bro.
Yeah,
Coming in hot, baby.
You better beware of what the fuck you come to me with.
Right.
But being this is my child, I can't do that. You know, I could, but I don't want to. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I can only speak of me being at a low point, or what I felt like was a low point in my life. You know what I'm saying? Fresh out the hospital, don't know what's going on.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Then lost my job, lost cars, lost money.
Yeah.
You starting to find out who really fucks with you and who don't really fucks with you. You know what I'm saying? So all the people that you thought was your friends, you really found out, them some ain't shit ass, individuals.
Yeah.
Right.
But it was my daughter who talked to me about when I went to go back to school.
Okay.
Who made me realize that I could do this. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to Lacey, baby.
That's right. Shout out to Lacey. That's a fact.
Yeah.
Word.
And that's not, I mean, there's more significant things that I know happened, but within that short period of time of the things that had happened to me, meaning, you know what I'm saying, i.e. me losing my relationship, me going in the hospital, me coming out of the hospital, me losing my job, cars, money, it was so much compacted into that one little scenario.
Right.
And my baby showed me why I was fighting, you know what I'm saying, why I've been fighting all the time.
Gotcha. So it was a low personal point, but it was a high point in parenting.
Yeah,
one of those success stories. So it's such scenarios, what it seems like. So that's pretty dope, man. Yeah. I mean, obviously we hate that you had to go through any type of complication, but a lot of times those complications breeds character, right? And your support system shows their hand. Folks that need, like you say, need to be weeded away, they tend to show their hands. So it's a filtration.
And the crazy thing is, man, the people who showed their hand, who the real folk were, had always been there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know, like for example, you, Obi, Steve, you know what I'm saying? Big bruh. You know what I'm saying? Like those people who had always been there was there.
Right. Gotcha. Okay, word. And speaking of which, man, pardon self and pardon me for being rude, man. I need to give a shout out to your baby mama, favorite baby daddy, man, Obi-Wan Kenobi. He's always
there he is.
You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the king over there, man.
Been my homie since Holy Trinity.
Oh man.
Yeah, man.
That's over 14
Good God,
years.
you know how long ago it was?
That's some time, man, my guy. That's
over
all right.
14 plus years.
Yeah,
bro. That's been my one of my best friends, if not my best friend. You know what I'm saying?
That's dope, man. Dope.
But I consider you as my brother's my best friend too. So that's kind of, you know what I mean?
We get a cheat.
But this is y'all got a cheat code. Y'all got to get it. You know what I'm saying? Not really, because see, I've seen some siblings that just ain't shit.
Yeah.
You know, what his was real. We got, and I think me and Quint was talking about this a while back. The one thing about this siblings and our family all together is there ain't nothing but genuineness here.
True.
Ain't nothing but genuineness here.
Right.
So this is a genuine love, and there's never been a point ever in 38 years and in 42 years, all your ages, that I've ever not liked any of you all. I mean, I think we've genuinely always loved each other.
Sure,
so
man.
it was good stuff.
Absolutely. Hey, man, you already know who this is. It's your man QZ Ball Buddy from the Berg with the beard. I'm tapped in one more again. I got your Q-tip of the day for the day real quick, man. Clean your motherfucking ears out. You see the confirmation up there, man. Ain't no capping in here, man. Hey, listen, the Q-tip of the day for the day is, man, learn how you learn. You know what I'm saying? Like, I did a segment before, man, about always being teachable. And so in the spirit of always being teachable, man, you got to learn how you learn. Like, what helps you to make good decisions? What helps you to retain shit? How do you remember shit? You know what I'm saying? Like, how you focus on shit. You know what I'm saying? All this makes a difference. Not to say what helps everybody focus, but what helps you do this specifically. Especially for artists, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I tailor the artists a lot because I'm an artist. You know what I'm saying? Like, but especially the artists, man. What gets you in a creative space? You got to learn how you learn. Learn what makes you tick. Learn what makes you create. You know what I'm saying? Because you're not going to wake up and have creativity for the day. You make creativity from the things that you do. You do these things because you learn how you learn. You know what I'm saying? So again, learn how you learn. Yeah. In an attempt to try to pick up where we left off, I know you were saying it wasn't a good moment, wasn't a bad moment, but I know we were kind of right there in that pocket right there.
Yeah, it wasn't what I was saying was I never had a down moment or a low moment.
Okay.
Right? I think for me there was some confliction, and sometimes I still struggle with it.
Okay.
And it really came from making sure that she was prepared to go out into real life, right? And so with the
like anxiety,
not quite the anxiety piece of it. So peel back a layer here of you knew how we grew up. Right, so we didn't have anything. It wasn't no money. We didn't, there was at one point, it was, when we was living in Cameron, it was, 10 people in a 2-bedroom house, and then we moved to Bushy Drive. So we didn't have that, right? So we grew up that way, just poor, stupid poor.
Right.
And so now, not in that same situation, in a much different situation.
Right.
I'm conflicted that she didn't have to learn what the value of $1 means.
Right.
And so while the confliction comes into saying, okay, I am now in a place where my daughter doesn't have to struggle like I did.
Right.
She doesn't have to come into a place and all right, so the lights are off.
Right.
Or anything such as that. So that's good. Right. And I'm happy she doesn't have to experience that. At the same time, doesn't really know what the value of a dollar is.
So do
you know what I mean?
It's crazy you bring that up, right? So the saying is, the strong breed the stronger.
Yeah.
And the stronger breed the weak.
That's real.
Right.
Yeah. See what I'm saying?
So it's kind of funny that you say that because it's that same element of it. It's that. Well, if we came from a drastic situation where we didn't have anything, that means we had to value the minimum.
Right.
And having to value the minimum is going to make you compensate, if not try to overcompensate for your children to not have the minimum, while at the same time that takes away that element.
I had that very same
of them
conversation
having
in
to
the office.
Yeah.
I said, people ask me, well, even Lacey's mom asked me, well, why do you go so hard and spend so much money in clothes and shoes for Lacey? I'm like, because I didn't have that shit.
Yeah.
Right.
Like when everybody else had it, I ain't had that shit. Right. My brothers and them, they didn't have that.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, so
you know what I'm saying?
I'm still to this day. I ain't gonna spend a whole bunch of money on nobody's clothes and
right,
shoes.
Right.
Yeah. But that's now obviously those. As you all have known me your whole life, I'm cheap.
Yeah,
that's a different thing.
It is.
You didn't lose that shit. Like it didn't stop with you. That shit trickled down the hill. We all cheap in our own way. You know what I'm saying? Because that motherfucker right there.
Yeah. It's got to make sense. I'll buy it. It's just got to make sense.
Yeah,
that's my only thing.
I'll spend it, but I'm not going to spend it.
It's got to make
like,
sense.
You got the money. Hey, man, I want to make sure I keep the money.
That's a fact,
you know
man. That's it, bro. But you know what? Like the one thing though, I will say, and again, shout out to your favorite over here. We were having this conversation earlier this week, and one thing I will say is a big difference between us as parents and our parents is that the support element in general, like in terms of sending our kids to follow whatever their dreams are, whether they are something that seems within realm or not. We are more of the mindset that's like, hey, what are you into?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah? Okay, but what do you need to get it done? Or where do you go to do it? Look, man, go do it. Try it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, whereas our parents were more so like, well, you're trying to do what?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, you ain't gonna work it. That ain't gonna work out for you. Now you know such and such down here got an opening at the plant right here though. You know what I'm saying? Like, or I don't see that working out for you. Yeah. I mean, you can try it, but nah.
One of the things that, and I was having this conversation with someone a couple of weeks ago, and it was the way that I posed it to them was different, and I wanted to make sure it comes the way that I intended to.
Okay.
Right? Because at no point did we not have love from our parents?
Correct.
Right. And so I want to make sure that
Correct.
point is, I want to make sure that I say that first and foremost.
Right.
But the conversation that I had is that when we grew up, there's two different things. There is an environment of love and an environment of just making sure that you are surviving. So environment of love or environment of survival. And we grew up while we had love in the environment of survival.
Right, at the same time.
And so how do you make sure that you make something of yourself?
Right.
It's like, mama told me, hey, when you get 18, you got to go, bro.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's the military, if it's college, if it's whatever. 20, you might kill somebody before you 20, so you got to get out of here.
Right.
So it was about survival and not necessarily the love piece.
Yeah. And the crazy thing of that all is, we sit and we poke, and I ain't gonna say poke, but we look from a lens of not having it, right? And we look at the struggles that we had.
Yeah.
But everybody's struggles are their own designated design struggles because you have other individuals that do come from middle class families or even high income families, whether be it single or both parents in the home, and they have all of the financial resources available to them, but they still feel like the pressures of having to make something above and beyond because they've already come with so many financial so much financial stability. If they do need a house, they can go to their mom and say, hey, look, can you just buy me this house, man? And I'll pay you back, but just buy it for me so I don't have to potentially get put out, and then I can pay you what's comfortable. You know what I mean? So when they get those type of circumstances and they do get up and they're not on the come up anymore, now they feel like, okay, well, I got to go do something that's a spectacle. I got to go do something that's the next biggest. Let me go and make Blamazon, right? Like let me go and make the next biggest thing because I came from something that was already established. You know what I mean? So, the point being is that there's so many tricks and so many nicks and crannies in the parenting that the best thing you can do is actually think about and have the best interest of your child at hand, because whatever way that's designed. For me, that may be financial. For you, that may be emotional. For you, that may be in terms of support. For the next man, that may be in terms of physical. It may be in terms of interaction. Like, who knows, right? So it's a crazy thing about it, man.
Like I was telling you, one of my female friends asked me. She said, "You're a great dad." She was like, "And if I was to have a kid, I would hope that it would be you that would be the father." But
what time is it?
I was just saying.
Fuck, what time it is?
But she said, how did you? She asked me. She said, "How did you become such a great dad?" I was like, well, first off, I don't look at me as being a great dad. I'm just a dad. You understand what I'm saying? Right. Two, I had some of the best fathers in the world to model behind.
Right.
First dad I knew, you know what I'm saying, was Obi. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I watch how he raised Diamond, and I watch how.
I thought you were saying you saw Obi as a father. I said Obi.
Oh, say, hold on.
I saw how he raised Diamond with the red pill, the blue pill.
Oh, really?
and I saw how he purple pill her.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Remember we had this discussion.
Now we're talking about pills? What's going on? Where did this go real quick?
What y'all invite me to?
Right.
And then I had a chance to see. I was last out of everybody. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
True.
Like I had a chance to see you be a dad. I had a chance to see Clinton be a dad. I had a chance to see Belford be a dad. Before I ever had.
Yeah.
Because there's pictures of Mackenzie holding Lacey.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? What I'm saying?
That's right.
Yeah.
So I had a chance to sit back and watch all these great dads, Fifi, the whole nine. I had a chance to take a little bit from each one of you guys. You know what I'm saying? And the pieces that made up of me as your brother, you know what I'm saying? So it didn't take me from out of being my character.
Yeah.
Right.
And it allowed me to be a dad, you know what I'm saying?
Dope, man.
And I love being a dad. Like my daughter said today, she was like, Daddy, I wanted to make you something. I said, baby, look here. I ain't even care about that.
Yeah.
It's the thought of the fact of the matter that you said you love me.
Yeah.
And you respect me for
Yeah.
everything I've ever done for you.
Facts.
And you're only 14.
Right.
Yeah.
I told you, and I'm gonna tell you this I attribute to all of you, given to me. You know what I'm saying? She did something at 12 that shocked the hell out of me.
Right.
She, it was two friends she had.
Oh,
right?
you're telling me about that.
Oh, yeah, I
right,
remember
right,
you saying that.
right,
Yeah,
right.
yeah,
You're telling me
You
about
know what I'm saying?
that.
The two friends fell out,
Yeah.
but one friend was already having a party. So the other one, to be petty, she decided to have a party.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And she told both of them, she said, hey, look, both of
ain't
you are my
going.
friend. I'm not going.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm not going to her party. I'm not going to your party. So I'll stay home. Thank y'all for messing up this for me.
Yeah. Word. Right.
Right. And it brought them back together, which I thought was so dope.
Yeah, I think for me, man, it was. I talked about it at the onset. You know how this family grounds you.
Right.
This family here will never allow you to get too high. This is the wrong family if you're gonna be in there, right?
You think you're gonna
And
be
so
a McDonald's.
and so when I think about mom, so now I'm in a different place than I was growing up. Right, so I'm not living in a mansion or whatever, but it's hey, y'all been there,
It's really nice house, bro.
But so of course you've been there, your siblings, but that was But
I don't want them here, Michelle.
yeah.
Right,
But the thing is that I started with making sure that when I talked to Michelle, this Mackenzie maybe 12, 13 years old at the time, right? And I started it with one basic thing, was saying, I just want you to be the best you can be, right? And I said, your mom may want you to be the best wife you can be, or the best nurse that you can be, and you the best whatever that could be. Your grandpa might want you to be the best this you can be. I said, I just want you to be the best Mackenzie that is. That's it.
Dope, right.
And whatever that looks like for you. And if it is when you graduate high school and you said, hey, I'm going to go to college, amazing.
Right.
If you say, I'm not going to go to college, okay, what you going to do? It's all about being the best that you can possibly be. The best Mackenzie you can possibly be. That's it.
It's a fact. And you know what, man? We are in an attempt to at least try to bring this full circle without taking too much time. Let's do this. Before we go, let's get a little tidbit of something you would say to a first-time father, right? First-time father. right. You got a first-time father out here, man, and he's freaking the hell out. He's flipping the fuck out, man, because baby is here. Responsibilities are here. Yeah. He's got the financial means or not. Who knows? Who cares, right? Yeah. But he's here. Baby's here now. What's something you say to him just to set the stage, not to calm him down, not to hype him up, but just to set the stage? What do you say to this young man?
Don't get your pack of cigarettes.
Those used to help.
Yeah.
I can't smoke them no more.
What I would tell him is that a couple of different things. One,
All right.
don't try to rush the process.
Okay.
Right. I think first and foremost, don't try to rush the process. This is a child. And secondly, and this is the most important thing, man, nobody has a textbook on it.
Facts.
Nobody does.
Big fact.
And everybody, when you become a parent, is learning on the job. And so you know this better than most. It doesn't make a difference if you got 2 children, 3 children.
All right.
Each of them is individually different.
That's a fact.
And you're learning on the job with the different.
With each one of them.
Quan's different than Xavier.
Facts.
Who's different than Cam, who's
Facts.
different than Dre.
Facts.
All of that process, you're learning on the job.
Yeah.
And enjoy the process, man.
Yeah,
Just enjoy the process.
Enjoy the process.
Good shit. I like it, man. What you say? What you say to my dog, man? What you gonna tell my man?
Us as black people, we were born into an oh shit moment.
Real
Okay.
deal. Real deal.
More facts.
So if you're born into an oh shit moment, don't take this and let it freak you out.
Yeah.
I like
Take
that.
a few deep breaths.
Okay.
Enjoy being a dad.
Yeah.
Don't rush them to be anything else, but just enjoy being a dad.
Right.
And if you enjoy being a dad, you're going to be all right.
Yeah. Nah, that's real.
Cool shit, man. I
What
like
you got
it, man.
for it, man?
You know what? I would probably just tell a man that there's nobody else more qualified for his specific job than him.
Yeah, it's real.
There's really
Facts.
there at the end of the day, this is your kid or these are your kids, whatever the case may be. If there's any kind of advice that I would try to throw out, if that's even such a thing, don't play no favorites.
Yeah.
That ain't gonna help you now. I'm telling you from experience, ain't gonna help you none. You know what I'm saying? Don't play no favorites. But ultimately recognize that you are in your role for a reason. So whether you got that shit now to where you're comfortable, which is that's a figment of your imagination of where you're comfortable. Throw that shit out the window. But either way, even though you're not, even though you're not where you may want to be at this point, you know what I'm saying? Like, know that as you're on your way there, it's gonna be a lot of good shit. It's gonna be a lot of jacked up shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, but you are the person that's qualified to do it, and there's nobody better qualified for your specific job than you.
Than you. That's real.
Absolutely. So I would definitely throw that out there.
There's so many little things quotable things that you could think about, man, like this, just that you could throw out. But yeah, basically,
I mean, you got a million jobs as a father, right?
That's
I
it.
mean, you
Yeah.
got, you got to be the counselor, you got to be the protector, you got to be the bank, you got to be the judge, you got to be the carpenter, you got to be the
Everything. It's the thankless job.
physician, you got to be the you got a million. It's too, you know what I mean? So it's there's way too many different hats to wear every day for you to focus on one of them. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just you move as you can on the fly. You will learn to adapt. I mean,
and you
got to. You have no choice.
Though, there's something else, and there's a lot of people have a conversation about the importance of mothers, and I think they are right.
Right, 100%.
Sure. But more times than not, right? And if you have daughters, they typically try to grow up and be with or marry someone like their father.
Dad. That's
right?
a fact.
And if you got sons, they typically grow up and try to be like you,
like their
right?
father.
And so
Right.
you got all those things that's happening,
or
right?
the exact opposite.
Dre got that.
You're still going to be the benchmark. That's right. That's right. That makes all the difference.
I look at Dre and I'm like, ooh, that boy ain't nothing but you.
Yeah, I don't know. Quentin ain't got that boy's.
He's all right, man.
He ain't got that boy's.
He's another level, man.
Yeah, he on another level. I mean, he's gonna be on another level,
He's
but he's just like his dad.
He's something different, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Each one of the kings, though, man.
That boy.
I mean, Xavier is probably the most charismatic guy I've met in a long time. And when it comes off the cuff naturally, and you can just, hey, man. It's just like breathing. You You know what I'm saying? It's not rebuttals. It's just that it's natural.
And if you
want to
talk sports,
you know what I mean?
Oh yeah, he got hands down anything.
Yeah,
anything sport.
Yeah, you talk about sports, and at that point,
you know, Cam is one of the silliest guys. But if he don't talk to you, he don't talk to you. It ain't happening. If he don't rock with you, he's not finna rock with you because you're not about to make it happen.
You come in the house.
That's it, man. Word. It's not word. You no longer exist. He's gonna get in whatever zone he's in, and you're no longer there until it's time for him to go to him. So, and then, you know, Quan, he was the first king, man. He kind of got this whole thing. He's got this whole, I got my vision. That's him. I've got my vision of how this is supposed to go. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I'm going to chase
I got a vision of
what I
world,
see and what my work, this is going to go like this. You know what I'm saying? So, you gotta individualize. You know what I'm saying? Like, they all go on their own different path, but you kind of guide them all the best you can, man. So
I say, man, and I mean this. The fathers I know pretty much have some pretty good kids. You know what I'm saying? Like, and they're all different. They're all different, but they're wonderful kids, man.
Yeah. I'll tell you this. I wouldn't want to go beyond saying this. There's one father who took me in as his godson, man. You know, name is Byron Stringer. You guys have heard me talk about him all the time.
Right.
Learned so much from him, and in a compact way. Who I am today is because of who he is.
Okay.
And who I am today is because what he has told me and taught me and all these other things. I mean, he was just, he was the one guy who told me, I told you this years ago. He said, look, if you're a man and you can work, you need to work.
That's a fact.
You know, so if I shout out to anybody, is Byron Stringer, man.
Hey, man.
Without a doubt.
I can shout out to Mr. Stringer, man. Word, you know what I mean? And all those who, there's an aura, whether, and it has nothing to do with your financial status. There's just an aura amongst a man. And when you
that's it.
When you interact with a man, it'll set some things straight. It's either going to throw your balance off or it's going to align you right on up. It's one of the two.
Real.
You know what I'm saying?
What it is,
but it just is. There's just an energy, you know what I'm saying? Like, and so that's kind of the thing that I try to emulate from the men that I grew up under. When I see my uncles and I see my my granddad and I see some of the biggest staples that I know of. It makes you want to give off that same aura. And again, we're not even talking about physical prowess, or not that any of these folks lack any physical prowess.
And they always with the smoke. They ready for it.
Absolutely. You know what I mean? Like,
every uncle, grandfather, let's go.
Damn right.
Hey, whatever you want, however you want to do this.
That's a fact. You know what I'm saying? Like, but yeah, man. So, but having coming down, man, because again, I want to make sure we set the stage for this. Obviously, you from here in the CAC, you right here from the Berg or whatever, here, but you don't stay here, so you're not here regularly. So to be able to come down, man, and get a soul full of family and good time or whatever. What is that? Was that set your psyche like going into the week, man?
Man, I'm gonna tell you something, man. Whenever I come down and I get a chance to see y'all, the only thing that I didn't get a chance to do this time when I came down was I didn't get no antlers, right? So
shout out to antlers.
I didn't get no antlers.
Listen, oh man!
But every time I get a chance to come back home, right, kick it with the both of y'all, Clint, Mon, everybody else, the whole family. This time, obviously, the whole family got together. Right. So it sets me up for the next, probably no exaggeration, it sets me up for the next 2 months.
Right.
So I'll be on the high for the next 2 months. And I'll try to roll back. And, Yona says it from time to time. You guys have seen me. You all get these messages and pictures of us when we were old. I'll send y'all some. And, Yona always says it. She's like, every time you start sending those pictures, you get homesick. So that only means you're homesick. You need to come on back home. Right. And so that's when I started sending them, which I sent them like a couple of days ago. I was like, okay, I gotta go home.
Time.
I gotta go home.
Right? Yeah. Good deal, man.
There ain't no place like the Berg, baby.
Yeah. Hey, man. So with all the things and all the endeavors that you've got going on, but also along with having a pretty prevalent Father's Day weekend, being able to see the bros and being able to kick it or whatever. What's your week looking like, man? How you feel right now?
Man, I feel good, man. Anytime I get the chance to see you guys, man, especially all together.
Yeah.
Like that does my soul good, man. I tell people, or like I told a bunch of friends of mine. Look, I remember when at one point in time it was like 6 people in one room.
Sure.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's real.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like
6 people in one room and what about 15 people in the house?
like 15 people in the house.
Yeah.
And I used to do dumb shit like just fart. Just because I know it's gonna be like, but what the hell wrong with you? Yeah, he go with this shit.
That was it.
There you go.
Boy, you want to talk about coming from a long way.
That's a fact.
We got 3 whole families in one house.
3
that don't
whole
even include
families
Uncle
in
Bernard in the room.
It don't. It don't. You know what I'm saying? And he get mad because you locked the door.
Right.
Almost killed me.
Yeah, man. So I tell people often, man. Like I have a few female friends who were brought up. They were the only they're the only child. I'm like, man, I feel bad. I'm sorry.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And they loved being the only child.
I can imagine.
And I couldn't imagine not having you guys. You know what I'm saying? Like and then all of you being so different. Like it's so dope. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
to see how we're all the same but different. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Different variations, man.
So I mean, it always does my heart a good blessing to be able to say, I spent time with my brothers.
Yeah, man.
That's dope.
You know what I'm saying?
Word.
Like last time you were home, we were at your house.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, that's right.
And man, I'm not even gonna lie to you, man. Like when I was supposed to be going to see somebody, and I was just that person got mad because I never made it over there.
You almost let it slip there.
You said,
That person got mad because I didn't show up, and she was, and then they were like, well, why, like, what the hell was it all about? Like, I don't ever get a chance to hang out with my brothers like that.
Yeah.
So when I get the chance to hang out with my brothers, I don't give a fuck about what you mad about.
Nothing.
I'm gonna hang out with my brothers.
You're grown, man. Get
you know what I'm saying?
Everything else, man.
You're grown. You got an attitude. My bad. Get over it, though.
Me and you kick it more often.
Yeah.
But to have my brothers,
when I come down, hey man,
it's so dope,
everything else take a back seat.
Yeah. That's it.
Everything else take a back seat. I'm here.
You know what I mean?
It is, man.
I'm here.
And so I mirror a lot of that same sentiment, man, from you both. Like you say, it's always amazing to get the entire family in, man. And even when we can just have some concentrated time, even if it's not the whole family, man, just to get the bros in and be able to sit down and kick it. It kind of sets not only the mental, but it just kind of sets my overall spirit, man. Sets my overall soul a little bit.
It does something to make you feel good, man.
Yeah.
So I can't wait until the next time you come down, man. Unless you're coming back in like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
I can't wait till the next time you come down, man. You'll be able to see the crib.
They did ask me to come down in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
I ain't coming.
That ain't
I'm not talking about that 4th of July.
Oh yeah.
But
I
next time you come down,
that sounds good.
It ain't happening. Y'all know how much this cost me.
Are you coming down?
Yeah.
Hey man.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I feel
Fill
you.
up my car.
I can dig it, man.
$110.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I ain't coming.
You know what I'm saying?
I ain't coming. I'll see y'all in August.
Hey, I know that's
Some
right.
random money.
Right.
Yeah, because I'll wake up and just drive down, so that ain't no problem.
Cool shit, man.
I'm here.
That's what's up.
Yeah, that's it.
What
you
you
know
doing?
Word. Well, look, man, while we out here, man, like I say, this is as you guys know, it's the ShellTalk podcast, man. I'm your man QZ, Ball Buddy from the Berg with the Beard. Y'all make sure y'all go out and check out Perspective, man, on all all streaming platforms, man. That's QUEZEE. And for all intents and purposes, man, you should see it on the screen here, but make sure you visit EWE Media on YouTube and on all social media platforms. It's IIWIIMEDIA. Yeah. And for all inquiries, man, reaching out to us. And I don't know if you guys caught us last week, but they should get updated. We've got a new member coming to the team, Lady. So Princess Alea coming in, so we welcome her with open arms, man, and she is going to expand the team even further, man. And so again, for all inquiries, man, anyone that may have ideas or anything you want to rock with us with, man, y'all reach out to us by Gmail. That's going to be at IIWIIMEDIAGRP@gmail.com, man.
Yeah, man.
Again, I'm your man QZ Ball Buddy from the Berg with the beer. What's your name, bro?
Hey man, it's your boy King Zeig, man, aka damn, I fought that all the way out.
Yeah.
But it's felt Zeig, man. King Zeig in the building, man.
Guy with his name.
Already.
But hey man, I really want y'all to check out the album, man. It's really dope.
Yeah, man, check it out.
We got some behind the scenes stuff coming to y'all for y'all with that too.
Already, man, definitely. And like I said, man, we got an esteemed guest in the building, man, the oldest bruh. Tell him your name again, King.
Hey man, it's Bell, man. It's the original Zeigler boy.
Oh man, it is what it is, man. We out of here one more again. Yeah.